the internet's not going to be ready for all this positivity.
No, they're going to love us and hate us in equal measure.
This is going to just overflow with positivity. Isn't that such an ironic thing? How there can be negativity attached to people being positive?
I know.
You've done some stuff with TNA.
Yeah.
You've done some stuff with AEW.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
We've got Royal Rumble's coming up.
Yeah. I get messages from people that are like, do you think you could be in the Royal Rumble? I'm like, of course not. No. No, absolutely not.
My big worry about that, and I'm 99% sure I'm right, is you'd walk out, so I would walk out, and maybe 100 people in Section E would go, it's the YouTube guy. Whereas 49,900 people are like, who? Who's this? Nobody needs that in their life. Nobody.
And also, I mean, if we're being completely realistic here, there's only 30 spots in the men's Royal Rumble.
Why would they put
if me or you is in it, we're taking a spot away from someone who deserves it a lot more.
100%. And that's not my listen. Of course, I'd love to be in the Royal Rumble.
Right.
But I would actually, if we're talking about bringing it back into reality, I would much rather... just be on a show and genuinely someone just whips my butt and beats me. But you got to have the experience, right? And from that, who knows what you'd be able to build. Maybe they go and, do a promo with you afterwards and you cut the silliest over-the-top promo. Oh, we can do something with that. I mean, we've seen so many sort of moments like that when it breeds into something else. So, that's my big thing is just keep doing the things that come along. And hopefully it builds to something else. I mean, it usually does.
How was All In last year?
Man... That was the coolest. That was one of the coolest experiences of my life. Because Wembley Stadium in England is hallowed turf.
Yeah.
So as part of the extra crew, and you never know what you're going to do that day because things change.
And you might not even be used.
Exactly. You're there. You're just in case people. You know, which is I'm fine with that.
What do they tell you to bring?
So for that one, we were told to bring, dress nice, obviously, which I would have done anyway, because I think you should be respectful. But they told us we needed a bunch of black clothing. I think it was a hoodie, a top, and some tracksuit bottoms or pants, whatever we call them out in America. I don't know. Because originally, I think I can say this now, almost a year and a half removed. Well, it's not even that big of news, but Swerve was going to have some big entrance, and we were going to be dressed in black hoodies to create some sort of an effect. But then that got killed quite quickly when all of a sudden, they were like, oh, Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs are going to do something on the pre-show. We need you guys to be the security. So I was like, this is all I need in my life for two reasons. One, I'm going to tell this story, right? And he probably watches, but I don't care because I say it with all the love in the world. I want to make it very clear. This made me so happy. I was beaming ear to ear. So Powerhouse Hobbs and Miro are backstage. Now this is cool anyway because I'm literally standing where England players come out to play soccer, football. I was like, having the best time. And before that, I got to stand in the middle of Wembley Arena and just sort of take in an empty stadium. I was like, I don't care what happens now. This is a win for football fan Simon. But then we get told we're going to do this. So Miro and Hobbs are coming together with their plan. And Miro sees me and he goes, he can't wrestle. He makes videos. So I was just like, the fact you've even watched any of my content, you have no idea. But then I explained to him, I've been wrestling for like the last 7 years or whatever. He was like, okay, didn't know, sorry. Why should he know? But the fact I got that, I don't know. And then we walk out and the stadium was probably half full. So let's say there were 80,000 there. I don't want to get into that ridiculous debate that people have. So you have 40,000 people in there. I did not understand how loud 40,000 people were. When we were stood in that ring, it was like Godzilla. It was so loud. So that was excellent too. And then because I'm very lucky to have this contingent of people that will support me regardless, I think this may have worked against me in some ways too. You did have some people go, Miller, give it up. Give it up. Just ruining this segment. And then, they obviously get into their big fight and we had half the guys on Miro and half the guys on Hobbs. So, I mean, I said, Hobbs, can you just throw me into the barricade? Because I have a stupid joke on ups and downs about Barry Barricade. So he threw me into that. I think that got me in trouble too, because a bunch of people at the front row went, Barry Barricade. And I was like, oh, no. They're going to think I've done this on purpose. And it was just, to be involved in a skit, whatever you want to call it, a segment in Wembley Stadium with people that were really into it. Because I think they were the first two guys that had gone out. So you just have that, man, we just want to enjoy this. And then go backstage and have the sort of, I mean, to a lesser degree with us, but there's still a camaraderie there. We got to do it. And then that's when they were doing the Anarchy in the Arena match. And so they said, we want to put you in a bar. And, people people are going to beat you up too. So I had Claudio give me a punch me in the face or whatever he did. It was awesome. Like, it was so cool. And then the other, as I continued to go on, is that throughout the day, wrestlers did come up and they said, really appreciate the positivity, really appreciate how you approach wrestling. And I'm sure some people go, you see, you're biased. But it's more of I'm a big guy, whether right or wrong, about taking human emotion and sensitivity into all of my work. You can call me a pansy, a wuss, whatever, I don't care. So for people that I have always kept in my head of, do not forget they're real humans, to come up to you and go, you can criticize things, but you do it in a nice way. That meant the world to me. And I won't drop names, I think that is unfair, but there was one conversation I had with one guy, and he was someone I didn't even think would be into YouTube stuff. And he couldn't have been nicer. So I left that event just feeling completely reinvigorated about this is a cool thing to do. And then after all that, I got to hang out in catering. So I did it. Simon Miller was hanging around catering at AEW. So it ticked so many boxes to me, and it was Sean Dean that sort of, organized the extra. So I really do appreciate him sorting that out for me. I'll never forget it. I had a really good day.
How was the catering in AEW?
So good. I was really good. And the problem was, this sums up my brain. On that day, I was in the best shape I've ever been in my life. Just in case. I was sub 10% body fat. I had dieted. So I regret this now. I did eat catering in the way that you're meant to. But I was like, what if someone runs in here? We need a bald guy right now. So I didn't indulge maybe as much as I should have done. But honestly, dude, those spreads are amazing.
Oh, I was on 2 AEW shows.
Yeah, of course you were.
And I will never forget the chocolate cake and catering.
The
I don't know if it was the same in the UK, but I was in Washington, D.C. and Charleston, West Virginia, and the dessert, crazy.
It was like a triangle of them.
I went back for seconds. Don't tell anyone.
No, I think you should do that. And we were actually told, just enjoy, thanks for coming and enjoy yourself. I should have enjoyed myself more than I did, but I still enjoyed myself enough.
For someone who's still watching this interview right now or listening to it, drop a golden up in the comments so we know that you're a real one listening all the way until the end.
Hell yeah.
So good to see you, man.
And you, dude. Thank you for having me on, man, because, again, you've been smashing it, and the fact that, again, you'd even think it was a good idea to have me on is a huge compliment.
Come on.
So I appreciate it, man. And you keep killing it as well, man, because, again, I do have people within the space that I look up to as inspirations, and you're right up there, dude, for sure.
Likewise. Does this interview get a golden up?
Dude, of course. It gets a super golden up. I would bring back the platinum up, but I retired that for Sting.
Well,
you see?
fair enough.
Yeah, I wanted to give something to Sting, so I gave him my stupid gimmick.
That's a great way to end it.
Perfect, dude.